Okay, hi again guys, this is a Lissandra tank jungle game. Absolutely flawless in terms of score, that is. This is a zero death game, but we're not going for all the kills in the game. That's not the aim of Tank Lissandra. We're going to be playing just like any other tank and soaking up a lot of assists, CCing enemies, ganking hard. And you're going to see why Lissandra might be kind of suited to that. So, if you haven't seen the guide yet, you're probably wondering how the hell does Tank Lissandra work, and it's quite straightforward. She has lots of CC on her W, her Q, and her ultimates. That if you go tanky with some CDR, you get to put out more CC than you would as an AP. Plus, you don't have to ult yourself all the time, as some kind of like pseudo Zhonya's. Is this going to do as much damage as a normal Lissandra? Probably not. Is this going to be as useful or more useful? Who knows? It could be, depending what your team needs. Our team is kind of in need of a tank initiator, because all we have is a Nasus, and that's not much in the way of like initiation. Fresh hooks are unreliable. Lissandra's EW is a bit more akin to a Mumu QR, so that's why that's a really useful thing to have. Plus, her very, very, very powerful ultimates can really help like shut down any kind of enemy carry by just Eing in and ulting them. So yeah, Lissandra is a very, 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 very good tank in my opinion, or at very least I have a lot of fun playing her, and that's enough reason to play her. So one thing I want you to notice is that whilst it's hard to see the cooldowns on the left side, I'm always using my passive that gives you a free mana-less spell every so often. I'm always using it on Q because Q has the highest mana cost. I will happily wait that so I can use the passive on the Q rather than wasting it on the lower mana cost W. Even with blue buff, you tend to run out of mana if you do not respect such a rule. Now, first blood goes to blue team. Bard takes a double kill bot lane, which is kind of okay because he's Bard. You know, there's not much to fear there. He's a support at the end of the day. So I'm looking at top lane, and let's see this going here. Nasus goes in, let's slow that down. I E in and I W. That is already some CC there, and I land a bit of it, also take damage. And now Diana gets a bit feisty here. She lands a Q, doesn't really do much, and I kind of stay in the area. I know that Diana can come back any moment and try some shit with Nasus, so I put a ward here just in case he tries to attack me. I've got a red buff, she does not. I know this, and therefore I'm not worried about her. I can just go in and then that's a flash. That was just a free flash right there, all because I'm Lissandra. I could CC her to the ground as I pound her with red buff. Good time to mention runes and masteries. I'm not actually sure what exact runes and masteries I have here, but typically you want very typical kind of runes. Attack speed marks are okay. Movement speed, quints. Like armor, yellows, and magic resist, or cooldown resistance glyphs are basically mandatory. I think I'm running AD marks right now rather than attack speed because I didn't have a attack speed page at the time. I'd reworked them all to weird things. So this is the same as my Skana page right now. So anyway, I go in again. I still have red buff. I don't want it to go to waste. I throw my E down there. No, I can't do shit. He wastes his hop, and then we just pound him down. We've got slows, we've got wither, we've got red buff, we've got my Q. There's no way he can get out of this. And we both Q. I'm sorry, we both flash. Whatever, it's a kill. I've got flash on the knee anyway, it's cool. So I take Tracker's Knife. That's because I don't really benefit from I don't want to be dueling with skirmishers, and I don't need any more CC with stalkers, so the wards are very, very useful otherwise. So I'm just going to drop a ward on Dragon here and look at bot lane. So let's look at them here. Kog'Maw's got no mana, Bard has got like 2 kills or some shit. I E behind, and now I get the W on both of them. He lands the hook on Bard, so we decide to take him. Kog'Maw flashes out despite we're not focusing him, and we beat the shit out of him, and I take the kill. I don't mean to take the kill, but I do. So with that 2 kill Bard down, that's actually a decent kill bounty, and blue's back up, so I want to take that immediately. Another thing to notice, look at how much I'm kiting. I have range, and I have slows, and I have W. I want to use it. Apologies for my cold, but yeah, always kite the melee camps. Even kite the ravens, just kite everything. Yeah. So anyway, Shogath's mid, we're going to look at this again. I can E right behind him and get the W off. That's that. And then I want you to take a kind of more detailed look at this. This is a kill on Shogath, I'm pretty sure, but let's take a more detailed look. So, witness what I do. So we go in, and then when I go for my E, I go for the E. Now I use W, and then I wait before using my Q. Now why do I wait before using my Q? That's because I want to chain the CCs. If I slow them while they're still in my route, we're wasting part of the slow because he's not moving at all. So you want to wait kind of for just about when your W route ends for you to use the Q and get maximum value out of your Q slow so you don't lose any duration. That's all I want to say there. So that's that. We get a kill on Shogath. He tries Sweet Z to no avail, and I push delayed up with my AoE abilities. Excuse my cold once again. So I get some cheeky hits on the tower here, and I believe that, yeah, that forces Diana mid, which doesn't really matter because I'm going for my red buff anyway. Notice again, kiting it, using my Q whenever it's available, and there we go. Take that, then we take Croaks, easy enough. I just want to mention that if you do not kite monsters, you will get executed. If you do not manage your mana with your passive, you'll get executed. And if you do not have runes, you'll get executed. So make sure you take care when you play in this jungler. Okay, so Nara's got on Mega Nara, and he goes for the hop to try to go aggressive on Nasus. Doesn't realise I'm there. I ult him, and then when the ult ends, I use W. And then I'm all the time auto-attacking him, and I use Q, and then I'm also attacking Diana. I've got red buff, you know, I've got damage. I use Q. I've got Undying Grasp as well. So that's decent damage. Red buff, more Undying Grasp, and then there we go. Now, why have I got Undying Grasp? Because I'm building Tank Lissandra. I'm building tank, so Undying's pretty good. You know? Undying does steal based on your health. And to be honest, it's not even that bad, even if you aren't building health and you're building resistance instead, because resistance increases the value of every health point, meaning you're technically gaining more effective health. So that's all useful. Now I'm just going to recall here, and I'm going to answer a question, like, what do you do when you're invaded as Lissandra? What do you do if you're invaded as a Mumu? It's the same kind of question. Except Lissandra is ranged, she has her W, she has some CC. Your best option is to kind of, if they get in range of you, use W to walk away without losing your own movement, and most W is about to end, use Q and get the hell out of there unless your team is coming. Yeah, so anyway, Shogath can bot, Zed also came bot, but we didn't really do much here. I drop another ward from trackers, good. Shit on the dragon here. Shogath looks at dragon, just gives it a little stare off before taking out his anger on a crab. I take a lantern for absolutely no reason. And yeah. Now, why do I call this a flawless game? I waste a lot of time in this game. Look at me, I'm just walking around doing absolutely nothing. Really, I should just be going to my wolves here. There's no point in doing anything here because, you know, there's no risk, there's no fight. But nevertheless, I stay here anyway for no reason. Look at that time. I'm wasting like a minute, 2 minutes. I'm wasting so much time, and then I just sit there and think, you know what, I might as well get blue because I've waited so long. There we go. So I recommend, if you're in my situation there, just go for blue. Don't think, oh, can I help here? Because you probably can't. Unless it looks like you can get a kill, don't go for it. Anyway, you get a hook on Diana, so I E behind. I try to get in there. I use my W on Shogath, and then I ult Diana, and that's an easy kill. Now what's going up top lane? Nasus is just taking that farm. We're pushing mid lane. You know, we've killed them. We've killed Diana. We can get some sneaky push there. But moreover, we've killed Diana, and I say, well, they've got no smite. Let's take the what was that? Infernal Dragon. Infernal Drake is the best dragon, by the way, if you don't know that. As a quick rule of thumb and reference, Infernal Drake is most important, followed by Mountain Drake because it helps you take Baron and towers. Then Ocean, then Cloud. Cloud is out of combat movement speed, which is not that useful. But in any case, whenever you're behind, Dragon is always worth it because it gives you a XP like bonus. And I kind of fail smited there, but whatever. Ezreal got it. We got the Dragon. It's good. Bard lands an ult, which hits no one. Shogat's getting pretty hungry, and I took a massive risk putting that W there. I use Flash to escape the Cogmore Execute ults. Bard tries to Q, kills himself in the process. I'm staying really distant. I don't want to get hit by a random Rupture or a Feral Scream. And honestly, I should have just backed away immediately, because there was nothing I could have done. Now I've got Haunting Guys, and Haunting Guys is very good because Spell Pen is very good. Because we're not building AP, we might as well just use our bases, right? We've got a spammable Q, that's really good. I've got Boots of Mobility, that just helps me roam around and gank. And this Tracker's Knife is going to turn to Cinderhawk. I've got some health from Haunting Guys, and that does create some extra bonus health value from Cinderhawk. Also, whether you've noticed this, if you do not take Hunter's Potion, you'll get executed. So do take it, Hunter's Potion. So anyway, here we go, team fight. Gnar puts us into here, but we don't die. I put my ult on Diana because she's the only one with damage, and I'm spamming my red buff on her, but now that she's out of the way, like a marksman, I use my positioning. I know that I can't just go in and auto-attack Diana. Gnar's in the way. Nasus has got that already, so I stay away and land red buff auto-attacks onto Gnar, kind of like an AD carry in a team fight. Now Gnar keeps trying to attack Nasus, and gets decaned. So anyway, again, just push this tower. We both have red buff now. That is a dead tower. Smack that, smack that. And then I think about Rift Herald. So we go for it. I'm taking a lot of damage. I'm like, Nasus, would you tank this please? He does. And then I give him the Rift Herald so he can slap Gnar a bit more. I'm 207. Our team's doing really well. There's nothing really wrong with this game. Now I know you might say, oh, you got carried. You're just playing Jungle Lissandra and everyone's getting carried. Look at me. I've got 7 kill participations. You can't say that, you know, it would be the same outcome without me doing these ganks, right? You could say it would be the same outcome if I was playing Nautilus or another ganking jungler. But, you know, they've got their disadvantages. I've got my own advantages. You know, for example, Nautilus, he can't hook through minions or terrain. I can E through anything. I don't give a shit. Look at that. I can E through terrain, I can E through minions, and then I can just slam a W, and there we go. Of course, Lissandra's base stats aren't suited for a tank, but we build her that way, and that's why late game we become a lot more spammy with our W, we become a lot more spammy with our ult, and we just become really utility based. Yeah. So anyway, I've got my Cinderhawk now. That helps me with better clearing. It means I'm not that useless in a team fight. I've got CC and a bit of Sunfire burn damage. It's not that bad. Also, it's a good thing to mention that Haunting Eyes can turn to Liandry's Torment later, and Liandry's Torment is super good because, well, basically all of Lissandra's abilities impair movement in some way, so you're always getting the double damage from Liandry's, you know, when it does extra burn damage, when the enemies are crowd control debuffed or whatever. So anyway, everyone else is chilling. Nasus is helping bot, so I'm doing my part and stopping Gnar top lane. Obviously, there's only so much I can do before I have to back. And that has forced Gnar to stay top lane. He hasn't been able to recall or anything, meaning my team are free to roam around here with their fed Nasus. Let's look at his stacks. He has 370 something, 380 something now. So yeah, the tower's going to go down now, but it's okay because we got a lot of stuff done by the rest of my team. I had to trust my team there. There we go. That's the advantage of snowballing your team. They can really get some hurt done by themselves without you having to do anything. Because I snowballed Nasus and all that good stuff. Of course, the disadvantage is if your entire team are a bunch of potatoes, then you can't really hope for much. Bard gets hooked, and that's a dead Bard. He Zonias himself. I kind of go in here just to lay some hurt, lay some CC for Zed to go in, kill the Cogmore, and then I go back in and land a cheeky auto-attack Q or something there. I get an assist on Diana. No, I do. I do get an assist on Diana. And we slap the turret till it dies. Bam. There we go. That's just his top again, but that's okay. So I'm just walking around, going back to my blue buff because I know it's up. I don't want it to get stolen while I recall. Notice how I E through it. I know it doesn't matter anymore because we've got tankiness, but I E through it so I could kind of put some distance in and kite a little better. Don't always spam that in low level because, low level. Because you're going to run out of mana. So I just, I should have defended that turret, but I didn't because I'm absolute scrub. But whatever. So I E in, I get a W on Gnar only, and survive because of the fresh lantern save. Otherwise I'd have to ult myself. The rest of my team go in here, Cogmore kind of shreds people, but he dies really fast. I ult Gnar, because I thought Gnar was the most threatening enemy for some reason. Or maybe he was just the only person I could hit. But he does have a Black Cleaver, and Gnar's base damage is nothing to be reckoned with. So, yeah. So anyway, I'm low health. There's something I can do. I'm a tank on low health. I'll just do nothing and die. So I come back, I heal up, and in case there was a fight going on, I'd now be a full health tank. Look at me now. I've got Spectre's Cowl, Megatron Cloak, and Giant Spell. That's because I need magic resistance to deal with the oddly fed Bard, the Shogath, and the Diana. And even Cogmore to an extent is magic, because look at him, he's got Wit's End. Anyway, we back up a bit, we land a hook on Gnar. That's because they were trying to get aggressive there, because, you know, we've got our guys top and bot, and there's only 3 of us. They would be in a 3v5 and they would win the fight. That's why we don't fight, guys. Too many times you'll see people try to start some kind of fight when the rest of their team isn't there. Look, we knew our team wasn't there, so we just backed off. That's that. So we're thinking about pushing this turret, because the rest of their team has gone to top and bot to defend those waves, and I've got red buff, we got an Ezreal. So we just landed a little bit of hurt here. We landed a Q on him there. Thresh dies, but it's okay. Kinda. It's not really, but you know. The rest of the team comes in now, so I'm confident. I can just go in, put that there. Do I ult? I do not ult Cogmore, because he's already getting dealt with by Thingy, so I just attack. I think, what am I doing? Am I disconnecting? I don't know. I did something. Oh, right. It was because Ezreal was being attacked by Shogath, so I got kind of worried, but I tunnel visioned a little bit. But it's okay. Now we're just chasing this Gnar. That wasn't the best team fight for me, but whatever. I got an initiation, so I did something. So there we go. Drop that mastery amount after just chasing Gnar to his death. That's that, and then we can take the next dragon. Infernal again, very useful dragon, increasing our damage a ton. Again, I just start attacking this blue buff, I smite it, that's all I get some mana to actually kill it with, before going back. Now I've got Banshee's Veil, and I'm getting Randuin's Omen, it looks... Normally I take like Frozen Heart because of CDR, but Randuin's Omen works just as well, especially with Undying Grasp. Anyway, E, W on Gnar. He's mini Gnar, he's so squishy. He gets played, that stops the Z. And we get tons of damage on there in that little fight. Zed comes in, kills the Gnar, whilst chasing the Cogmore, and that's a dead Cogmore from the shuriken there. I take the 3 damage from Cogmore, doesn't really matter. And go in, get Bard ulted, doesn't really matter. This is about the end of the game now, so Diana gets hooked, we CC lock her, she's only used for no reason, and then she's dead as fuck. I'm 3-0-16, I'm not exactly doing awful. I did contribute to this game, my early game ganks did help, but you can't say that they didn't. What's my impact late game? Is it as much as an AP Lissandra just bursting people? Probably not, but I am providing initiation, I am providing, you know, a front line. It's all okay. And with that, we win the game. We just auto-attack, kill this, because I didn't want to die. I liked having 0 deaths, so we end the game right there. So then, guys, thank you very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, be sure to give it a thumbs up. If you didn't like it, be sure to give it a thumbs down so I know. If you like stuff like this, if you like off-meta commentaries and guides, be sure to subscribe and check out the Tank Lissandra Jungle All Support Guide, and many other off-meta guides in the channel. Thank you guys very much for watching, and I'll see you next time.